Hi everyone, this is Aurea from Aurea's Garden. Welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how I propagate my Begonia Rex plant. This particular plant I forgot to water for a couple of days because it's sitting in the back of the shelf, so you can see that some of the leaves have started to brown, and instead of throwing those leaves that I'm trimming off of this plant, we're going to make more plants out of them. This plant already looks so much healthier, and when you're happy with what you have, you're gonna set this plant aside and we're gonna get to propagating. Now this type of leaf would not work with this method. You see it's just brown and crispy all over and no part of that leaf is viable. You're going to want something like this where there's still some fresh parts, it's still plump and juicy on the bottom. We're going to trim off that brown bit on the top. And then you're going to cut about a 1/2 inch semicircle where the leaf is attached to the stem right there. And there it is, that's your first cutting. Just stick this in the soil. Here I have some regular potting mix and I added a little bit of perlite for more drainage. And this excess piece right here, you can still make 3 cuttings out of this. Just look for the large veins and you're gonna wanna cut in between those. That's 1 cutting. One right here with the V, we're going to cut that out, and that's our second and third cuttings. Not all leaves are going to be perfect. Like this one, it's half crispy and half fresh. Again, you're going to want to trim off the brown bit and try to preserve as much of the thick veins as possible. Just like in the first one, you're going to want to cut a small semicircle. And since I'm using a to-go box container that's a little shallow, I'm going to trim off a little bit of the stem before I stick it in the soil. A little helpful tip is to flip the leaves over so you can better identify the veins. Okay, so we're gonna zip through this next leaf so I can give you guys some helpful tips to make sure that your propagations are successful. As you can see, I'm using a to-go container with no holes poked on the bottom, and I'm using the lid as well because you want to generate a very humid and warm environment for these propagations. Another thing that I didn't get to show you guys before I put the soil in this container is that I made sure it's thoroughly watered. You're not going to want to bother your propagation station once you put the lid on for the next month. And that's it. You're going to want to put this container in a bright sunny window where it doesn't get direct sunlight. This is a propagation box that I started about a month ago. I didn't have the lid for the container, so I just put it in a Ziploc bag. And as you can see, you have all those little baby plants growing from everywhere. And that is how I make more plants out of leaf propagations for my begonia. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you have other questions, just leave them in the comments below. Let me know if you try this method. Thanks for watching!